Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to officially welcome you to another program, to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. We call it Grenada. If you are viewing the program for the first time, this is it's our pleasure to say hello and welcome to you. And of course, for those of you who always look at the program and never miss a program, we'd like to say thank you for so doing. Folks, this is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. The things you have heard before with a different perspective. The things that you have not heard before, you will hear it here. This is where it all goes down. We have no horse in the race, so of course we have to tell you as it is. You understand? So, folks, let's get right into what's making the headlines for tonight. Grenada receives a shipment of COVID-19 vaccine. We'll talk about that. Nightly curfew continues with slight modification. And Grenada now has 0 active case of COVID-19. No case at all, or no known case to be correct, of COVID-19. Now, also, there was an incident involving emergency workers, all right, at a vehicle checkpoint. We're going to talk about that. And we have an update on the body that was found in St. David on the weekend. And there is a reduction in crime committed in Grenada, says the police commissioner. And of course, we have a lot more to tell you about on tonight's Mikey Live program, folks. Yes, we got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Licks Laundry Detergents, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Digicel, Nawasa, Courts Grenada Limited, and the Ministry of Health. Folks, we want to say thank you to those businesses and organizations. Folks, when we return, it could be real news in all your lily lolo, so brace all yourself and thing now. Yeah, get all the thing to get comfortable, because you know what time it is, right? We are coming back.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
If your whites aren't looking whiter and brighter,
just give them licks.
If your clothes isn't feeling soft and smelling fresh and scented all day,
give them licks.
If your dishwashing liquid doesn't smell like lemon, protects your hands with vitamin E, and gets rid of that stubborn grease,
just give them licks.
Just now. So that old smell, stain, grease mark, and dust still on your floor?
Our licks for them.
If your toilet still has those stains and dirt marks?
Licks.
So the color's fading and the stains still in your clothes, huh?
Licks, licks, licks.
Your product's giving you licks?
Then choose licks from Walker Enterprises. Also available at all leading supermarkets.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handle me real nice. They did my plan, we did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Alright, you don't rush the brush on me, you know what I mean? I ain't in charge. Yeah, Azan, you take your time. Good. Alright, so folks, welcome to another Mikey Life program. Olia. So, the first thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, by the way, welcome to those of you who missed the headlines, alright? For those of you who missed it, Shipment has regained his title as the Independence Calypso Monarch. Now, due to the pandemic, Grenada held its Independence Calypso competition virtually with over 27,000 views, they say, from a global audience. Of course, Mikey Life had a lot to do with it, right? Now, the staging took place on Friday, February 5th, 2021. 10 Calypsonians competed for the crown at the National Cricket Stadium. Now, the finalists were Young Song, Anthony Etienne, Grenada Michael Jackson, that is, Superstar, Top Cats, Shipment, Coquetta, Teacher Eddie, and the Advocate, then there was Stunner, and then Sheldon Douglas. Now, in the end, Shipment, Sean Niles retained the title as a king of the Independence Calypso competition. You understand? Yeah, boy. See, he's the boss in the business. Yeah, there you bad Shipment telling me. Alright, so that was the result of the competition. Second was Stunner, and third, Sheldon Douglas. Alright? It was a really nice competition. There's no reason we shouldn't have our, whether we have COVID in the air or not, there's no reason we shouldn't have our Calypso and Soca competitions virtually if we are not able to meet in person. But that's another discussion for another time. Now, as it relates to the nightly curfew that people have been asking about, well, the answer to that is yes. Now, the nightly curfew in Grenada will continue. All right, and there is going to be a slight adjustment. Health Minister Honorable Nicholas Steele confirmed on Wednesday that the curfew will now be in place at 10 p.m. and it will go to 4 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. And he says that that was to accommodate people who wanted to jog and fishermen and so on, who wanted to be out at that time.
The Cabinet, in its deliberation and discussions with our medical team and advisors, we have decided to continue with the curfew, but we have made some slight variations. The curfew now runs from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. The reason for that change is that a significant number of farmers, fishermen, and persons who exercise in the mornings have been restricted because of the 5 a.m. end of curfew. And these are activities that we want to accommodate, if not encourage, at this point in time. So we have made that adjustment. The curfew begins still at 10 p.m. I know many would be asking as to why the curfew continues if we have 0 cases, and the facts are simple. We have recognized, as we have seen with other Caribbean islands and worldwide, that at present the current strains of COVID-19 are extremely unforgiving. That if you allow complete free movement within your country and COVID does get in, as has been shown, the possibility of it getting in, no matter how strict or stringent our policies are at the border, same with other countries as well, that by the time you pick it up, it is too late to control it. And as such, regrettably, we do need to continue with the curfew from the 10 p.m. It is going to the 4 a.m., as I've said. We hope that there will be a chance in the not too distant future to remove or reduce further the hours of curfew, but it all depends on the threat to Grenada based on the presence of COVID at our borders and the various strains that quite possibly are in existence throughout the region.
All right, thank you very much. Now we are hearing from Senator Boy, Roderick Sinclair. Now, in relations to this new development, it says that Cabinet's decision to adjust the end of curfew from 5 a.m. to 4 a.m. is welcomed by the Agriculture and Fisheries Senator Roderick Sinclair. Now, changing the end of the curfew time to 4 a.m. is significant to the work and the production of Grenada's farmers and fisherfolk who have been restricted by the later end to the nightly curfew. Now, Senator Sinclair looks forward to further reductions in the level of restrictions to the curfew and reminds the farmers and fisherfolk to observe the health protocols to keep themselves and their families and employees safe. Oh yeah, today we get in news, boy. Grenada is COVID-free, quote-unquote COVID-free, I should say, all right? According to the Ministry of Health, the last person with COVID-19 in Grenada was medically cleared, thus rendering Grenada technically COVID-free in that we do not have any known active case of COVID-19. All right. Now, the country's latest COVID-19 dashboard, updated daily by the Ministry of Health, shows that 147 of the country's 148 cases have recovered, with 1 death reported. 70 of Grenada's total number of COVID-19 cases were imported, with the remaining 78 linked to the December cluster. At present, there are 197 persons in quarantine as they arrived in Grenada in recent days and are awaiting testing and subsequent medical clearance. To date, 20,819 rapid and PCR tests have been conducted in Grenada. Now, despite the welcome news, health officials are urging Grenadians not to be complacent. The CMO, Chief Medical Officer Acting, gave the update at this morning's post-cabinet briefing.
So as of February 9th, 2021, which was yesterday, Grenada has recorded a total of 148 cases of COVID-19, of which 70 are imported. A total of 147 have recovered, and as you know, we had 1 death at the end of last year. There are no new positive cases. In fact, at present, we have 0 active cases. We have no active cases being monitored and isolated. We have completed a total of 20,819 RT-PCR tests. As I said, we have no one in isolation, and we have 197 persons at various stages in the quarantine process, and these are individuals who have traveled to Grenada, and we will test them once the time has arrived for their test to be done. And to date, we have had a total of 6 persons hospitalized, and of course we have no one at present in hospital. So this is where we stand at present. We have 0 active cases at present in Grenada. I must admit it took a lot of work to get to this point, and we want to say thanks to the public for assisting us along the way in getting to where we are at present.
All right, thank you very much. Now, the government of Grenada, received a shipment of the COVID-19 vaccine, the thing coming in a plane. Yes, and check it out. Yes, and no. This was what many have been waiting for. According to the Prime Minister, they wanted to welcome Grenada, welcome the arrival of the first batch of COVID-19 vaccines, which was received by the Minister for Health, Honorable Nicholas Steele. He was accompanied by Dr. George Mitchell. And of course, there were other health officials on the airport to receive this. Now, this was donated by the Barbadian government. All right, and not only to Grenada, but other countries in the region. I think it's some sort of OECS arrangement where, you know, the countries get them and they share them, and when they get their supply, something to that effect. Of course, we're going to get a, better appreciation. But anyway, it's like a big brother thing now. You understand? Nobody don't play no greedy with the vaccine and thing. You get your vaccine and thing, and you share, and then when you get those designated to you, then you bring back, you give back the numbers, and so everybody balance off. So you won't have a case where there's one country having a whole lot, and then the neighboring countries in a none at all. I find that making sense. You understand? So anyway, we received that, and it was so welcomed by our health officials.
This first batch is 1,000 doses, so that will be for the first 500 frontline that will receive it. I am looking forward to, the CMO is looking forward to, I'm sure the PS, all of us standing here are looking forward to receiving doses, as well as, but in particular, the frontline health workers who have been providing yeoman service. So today marks, as far as I'm concerned, the beginning of the light at the end of the tunnel, seeing the end of this COVID-19 threat that we have been surviving and dealing with. So this first 1,000, then later on today or tomorrow we have another 5,000 doses, and then in a couple of weeks we will have 40,000 doses. Once we know that all processes are there, then we will see more and more coming in, until we get to that critical amount of about 60,000 individuals in Grenada receiving the vaccine.
This is an extremely pivotal moment for us, and I am quite happy and pleased that we are at this juncture, because now we will be able to get our persons vaccinated and hopefully help our lives to return to normal, and hopefully also help in the general administration of health to be able to get back to some level of normalcy, helping to open our economy and so on. So it is a very pleasant moment for me. Having been there from the start of the COVID till now, this is probably the best day I've had since the start of COVID.
Thank you very much, Dr. Francis Martin, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, and I apologize for that abrupt interruption there. I meant to come in before he came in, but since he came in, then, just let it flow. All right. Now, as you would have heard from the Health Minister, Grenada is scheduled to receive another set of vaccines in a matter of hours.
The one saving grace out of this and the light at the end of the tunnel that we are seeing here in Grenada, like most other countries, is vaccination. And I will go straight into that to say that we expect between today and tomorrow delivery in 2 shipments of 6,000 COVID-19 vaccinations. In particular, these are the COVID Shield or AstraZeneca manufactured in India, which has been approved. We have held hard and fast to our original policy and principle, which is that we would not implement a vaccine unless that vaccine were approved by WHO or that vaccine were approved by one of 4, at least one of 4 regionally recognized authorities. Those 4 authorities are CDC of the USA, Public Health Canada, the UK, and the European Union. Those are the 4. AstraZeneca has been approved by 2 of those 4 and is well on the way to be approved by WHO. Our intention is to ensure, because there's an urgent need for vaccination, that we have the vaccines to coincide with WHO approval or to come immediately after those regional authority approvals, which is the case in this instance of AstraZeneca being approved by those regional and imminent approval by the WHO, and as such we are in the process of beginning the vaccination of our population with AstraZeneca.
Well, thank you very much, Minister for Health. And of course, so like you've heard, the frontline workers and so on will first receive the vaccines. All right. Those who have anything to do with being on the airport, those at the quarantine facilities, you know, and the frontline workers. Understand? Good. All right. So earlier, we're moving on. How are we looking for time? Now, the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Authority Board of Directors say that they would like to welcome the news that our country will soon receive supplies of the COVID-19 vaccine. If and when the vaccine is offered, they say to our team members, GHTA encourages them to take the vaccine as well as we all realize the good that has happened in the world with other vaccines. All right. Earlier, we are hearing about from the Royal Grenada Police Force, you know, about an incident, and you know, we tend to not jump on the bandwagon when you hear a lot of incidents happening and other people reporting it and stuff. So sometimes, you see, if we cannot, the other day, if we cannot get, we have a principle here, if we cannot get the confirmation from 2 trusted sources about things, particularly things that are very contentious and so on, then we cannot go with those stories. And so that is why sometimes you may see a topic hot there, and you will not hear it here unless we satisfy ourselves that it is first newsworthy, second that the public has a right to know, and thirdly that we have all the facts on the matter. All right, and these are the principles that guide our reporting. And so this particular issue, whereas we are not saying who's telling the truth or not, because of the presence of conflicting reports and so on, we couldn't go with the story. And so now the police, as promised, is now providing an update as they see it regarding that particular incident. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force, in an effort, they say, to controlling the flow of traffic at a vehicle checkpoint during curfew hours at the Government House roundabout, initiated several road blockages in the area. Now, preliminary investigations into a video in circulation and an allegation made by a supposed eyewitness on another television network on Tuesday, 8th February 2021, which alleged that the ambulance on an emergency run was denied access and delayed deliberately at a vehicle checkpoint, are misleading and does not give a true account of the entire encounter. Based on the evidence obtained, the emergency workers en route from the Lucas Street direction heading towards the White Gun area on encountering the police at the checkpoint uttered insulting remarks to the officers on duty. Based on their initial comments expressing their displeasure with the police enforcing the Emergency Powers Act on their return, which was not an emergency, the driver of the ambulance and his assistant refused to use the free lane that was kept open to facilitate the flow of traffic and pulled into another lane that was conned off to control vehicles passing through the checkpoint. They exited the ambulance and demanded the officers to clear the cones to facilitate the ambulance to pass. The officers directed them to utilize the free lane, and these emergency workers refused to comply for several minutes. Again, made use of insulting language to the officers and attempted to move the cones in a lane that was secured, which is apparent in the video circulating. At no time was the ambulance restricted from passing. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force is extremely disappointed with the conduct of the emergency workers over the entire encounter, and as a matter of procedure, always respects emergency workers and vehicles in carrying out their duties. We continue to work with all stakeholders and encourage cooperation and understanding of every member of the public in all law enforcement efforts. Investigations into the encounter they are ongoing, which may result in criminal charges. Okay, and that's the update from the Royal Grenada Police Force as it relates to that particular matter. I ain't hear about mine yet. I ain't get update on mine yet, but I want to come fast. Maybe I'm too soft. Maybe I gotta make noise to get update on mine. I'll get it tomorrow. All I had to do is see that, and I'll get it tomorrow. So anyway, that was the update that we received from the police re that particular encounter. We are moving on. So the next thing that we have to tell you about while we are talking about the police and thing now, an autopsy conducted on the body of Valentine Lois alias Machine of Rucane in St. David that was discovered by another resident on February 8th, that was over the weekend 2021 at Belial Beach, St. David, ruled out suspicion of foul play in relation to his death. In other words, there might be another reason for his death, but it is not so far deemed to be a homicide. In other words, nobody don't kill him based on their initial investigation. All right, and we promise you that update, and there you had it. Oh yeah, while we are speaking about police matters, boy, we are hearing now from the Commissioner of Police there are too many sex-related offenses happening, taking place in our beautiful little island. Nasty man them, troubling little children, still interfering little girls and little boys too, not just little girls, little boys too. Imagine law enforcement again fed up by it. So you can imagine how parents and them feel. Listen, if anybody trouble me family, no police will hear about it. But nothing, all the smoke and pipe it. Long rope from Magagot. I ain't saying nothing. I give them time. And when they least expect it, boom! You know what I mean? Somebody needs to set an example. You can't be interfering with little children, dog. 2-year-old and 3-year-old children, dog. Why you getting out of that? Huh? What sort of gratification can a man get from interfering with a little boy? Talk to me. A little child. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It gets even worse when the people that are interfering, their little niece, their little nephew. Disgusting. You know what I mean? Disgusting. Yuck. All should rotten in hell. Well, not should, but would. The 3 seconds of pleasure you think you gain, it go cost you. And it turn into your fire. And it turn into your pain, suffering. For the 3 seconds, or some about 1 second of gratification that you think you will enjoy by robbing those little children and them of their dignity, their innocence, their peace of mind, and the right to grow up just normal. That 1 second of pleasure that you seek will result in an eternity of pain, turmoil, agony for you. Dirty man. And so the Commissioner of Police say that they will be looking into some strategies for addressing this. Now, it's going to be bittersweet for them because while they are enjoying a reduction in crimes committed, they are plagued by an apparent increase in sexual offenses.
Well, operations, first of all, is an ongoing process by the RGPF. But if we want to see from a law enforcement perspective how 2021 has been, I would say so far it is tremendous when we compare that with what 2020 has been. As an example, you can recall that at this time in 2020, I believe we might have had about 3 homicides. And so far for this year, we do not have any recorded. You will recall that around this time in 2020, we also had a major fire in Grenada Street with the businesses that unfortunately were destroyed by that fire then. So generally, we are seeing some great improvement with respect to crime, and we are very encouraged by that. Notwithstanding, though, there are many areas of concern as well for us, though. We are particularly concerned at this point in time about property crimes. Housebreaking and stealing and so forth is of a major concern to us. And we still continue to be frustrated by the issue of sexual crimes. While we have seen a contraction over 2020 over 2019 by about 22% in reported cases, there is still too much of these offenses happening and these crimes happening. And we are now conceptualizing how we can actually have an approach to revive the action that can be taken to stem this and rid this from our society. Any one sexual case is one too much. And we want to take an approach where we can address both sexual crimes and domestic violence as well, which is of a major concern to us.
Thank you very much, Commissioner of Police. Yeah, and Prime Minister to be. I said what I said. Shoot me. Took me. Yeah, maybe he would make a good Prime Minister. I'm just saying. No, I mean, I like the way he presents himself and stuff like that. So you never know. When he finishes stint as Commissioner of Police, you never know. You know what I mean? In the public already, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, maybe that talk. So, Olio, you understand what's going on here? So there's room for improvement where that is concerned. There's just too much of it happening in our beautiful little island. Olio, if all you haven't done so yet, please go ahead and share the business now. Share the business. The Pan American Health Organization is urging countries in the Americas to make sure they are prepared to roll out the COVID-19 vaccines. You understand? Information provided voluntarily to PAHO by countries shows important advances, but some gaps remain. Some key areas for successful vaccine rollout include the development of national vaccination plans, the establishment of expedited regulatory processes, preparation of health workers, and strengthening of cold chain capacity. All right, and that's among others. Of course, Grenada is getting ready to roll out their vaccination plan. I think they are going to be starting the vaccinations from next week, if I'm not mistaken. They are going to be starting that off as of next week. There are still some skepticisms from several quarters as to the AstraZeneca and whether or not that should be the vaccine that we should be using, and XYZ. Some saying that they are ready and willing to take the vaccine when it becomes available. Others are saying that they will give it a little rest still. You understand? But of course, that's a lot of talk. We will see what happens when the time comes. All right, family members, if you have not done so, again, we appeal to you to share the business as we take a second break. And when we return, we've got the national report for you as well as the weather.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Lavish the world's best vodka cocktail.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts. Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Showtime shop at Quartz. We got all the things you want.
It's showtime at Quartz. Shop today and save up to 30% off on selected Whirlpool cooker. Plus, get a chance to win amazing weekly prizes with purchases of $299 and over. So don't delay. Get what you need now and pay absolutely nothing until 2021.
Showtime. We got it. Just what you need. Yeah, Quartz got it.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Grenada receives first shipment of 1,000 COVID-19 vaccines. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the details to the news for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021, I am Sherry-Ann Noel. Minister for Health Honorable Nicholas Steele on Wednesday received on behalf of the government of Grenada the first 1,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines to be administered to 500 frontline workers. The AstraZeneca vaccine, or COVID Shield, is manufactured in India. It was made available through the initiative of Prime Minister Mia Mottley of Barbados, who coordinated the delivery of some of her country's first batch of vaccines to OECS countries. Honorable Steele said this particular vaccine is one of the front runners among those already produced and has been approved for use in the United Kingdom and the European Union. The vaccine also meets the criteria that Grenada has identified for selection. Wednesday, February 10th, Honorable Steele says, marks the beginning of the light at the end of the tunnel, where we hope to see the end of the COVID-19 threat that we have been surviving and dealing with to date.
This first 1,000. Then later on today or tomorrow, we have another 5,000 doses. And then in a couple of weeks, we will have 40,000 doses. Once we know that all processes are there, then we will see more and more coming in until we get to that critical amount of about 60,000 individuals in Grenada receiving the vaccine.
The receiving party included Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health Dr. Francis Martin, and Dr. George Mitchell, member of the COVID-19 Response Committee. They all made statements that reaffirmed Grenada's capacity to store the vaccines and the importance of it being administered in the fight against the virus.
This vaccine is one that our current system is fully capable of accommodating and distributing using all of the current storage facilities and distribution mechanisms that we've been using over the years for all of the vaccines. This one requires normal temperature for storage, that is between 2 to 8 degrees, and it will go a long way in assisting us in making it available once we get sufficient quantities, making it available to throughout the country.
I am quite happy and pleased that we are at this juncture, because now we will be able to get our persons vaccinated and hopefully help our lives to return to normal, and hopefully also help in the general administration of health to be able to get back to some level of normalcy, helping to open our economy and so on. So it is a very pleasant moment for me. Having been there from the start of the COVID till now, this is probably the best day I've had since the start of COVID.
Vaccines is not anything that is unusual to us. We've been vaccinated from day one. And by all public health standards, vaccination has saved the most lives with all public health measures that has been taken throughout the world. So I want to put up my hand and say, Minister, I want my vaccine, please. I want to be vaccinated. Thank you.
The vaccine was transported by the Regional Security Systems RSS plane. Moving along, Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles says frontline workers will be the first in line to receive the COVID-19 vaccination. Outlining the order of priority for the vaccination rollout plan on Wednesday, Dr. Charles said law enforcement, customs and immigration officers, accommodation workers, individuals with underlying health conditions, and persons over the age of 65 will also be given top priority.
First, we're going to target populations with significantly elevated risk of being infected. And also, one of the objectives is to protect the continuing functioning of essential services, including health services. As such, our first order of priority would be our frontline staff. All right? Starting with our healthcare staff. And of course, when we speak about healthcare, this includes all persons serving in the healthcare setting who have the potential for direct or indirect exposure to COVID-19. We have to protect those who bear significant additional risk or burdens of COVID-19 to safeguard the welfare of others. So we have other essential workers, such as law enforcement, and that includes immigration and prisons and so on. We have persons who are employed at nursing homes. We have persons who work in the accommodation sector, at quarantine sites. We have persons who provide services to the aircraft, like cleaning and so on aircraft. We have our airport taxis. All of these are included.
The AstraZeneca vaccine will be administered to healthcare workers as early as next week. During Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing, Dr. Charles said while taking the vaccine is not mandatory, it is a welcome intervention that he hopes will contain the spread of the virus. He describes it as an additional protection to safety and sanitary measures already in place. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Are you gonna wear your mask today? You see everywhere you go. There are rules you got to follow, so don't you say COVID-19 will delay. Take the opportunity to save your community. Don't be that guy, put a mask on your face if you're heading outside. It's your life, my life, more lives will be taken if we don't try. If you feel any symptoms, call the hotline. Stay inside until you feel fine. 6 feet away every day. Keep COVID-19 far from away. Keep Grenada safe. Be COVID-19 smart.
Welcome back. Grenada currently has no active or new confirmed cases of COVID-19. However, Minister for Health and Social Security, Honorable Nicholas Steele, says Cabinet has decided that the nightly curfew will remain in place. There will be a change to the time to reflect the nightly curfew of 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. And this is to accommodate farmers, fishermen, and others who engage in early morning activities.
We have recognized, as we have seen with other Caribbean islands and worldwide, that at present, the current strains of COVID-19 are extremely unforgiving. That if you allow complete free movement within your country and COVID does get in, as has been shown, the possibility of it getting in, no matter how strict or stringent our policies are at the border, same with other countries as well, that by the time you pick it up, it is too late to control it. And as such, regrettably, we do need to continue with the curfew from the 10 p.m. It is going to the 4 a.m., as I've said. We hope that there will be a chance in the not too distant future to remove or reduce further the hours of curfew, but it all depends on the threat to Grenada based on the presence of COVID at our borders.
Being able to boast of no new or active COVID-19 cases at this time is testament to Grenada's hard work to keep the country safe. Grenada has conducted 20,819 PCR tests. There were 148 confirmed cases, 147 recoveries, and 1 death. Data was outlined by Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles during Wednesday's post-cabinet briefing. He provided further updates on Grenada's current status with the global pandemic.
There are no new positive cases. In fact, at present, we have 0 active cases. We have no active cases being monitored and isolated. We have completed a total of 20,819 RT-PCR tests. As I said, we have no one in isolation. and we have 197 persons at various stages in the quarantine process, and these are individuals who have traveled to Grenada, and we will test them once the time has arrived for their test to be done. And to date, we have had a total of 6 persons hospitalized, and of course we have no one at present in hospital. So this is where we stand at present. We have 0 active cases at present in Grenada. I must admit it took a lot of work to get to this point, and we want to say thanks to the public for assisting us along the way in getting to where we are at present.
And finally, in the news, the conversation surrounding the urgent need to increase the use of renewable energy and reduce the cost of electricity continues. On Tuesday, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, held the first in a series of public consultations of 2021, geared towards regulating Grenada's electricity sector. The PURC, which is guided by the 2016 Electricity Act, is charged with reducing the national reliance on imported fossil fuel and Grenada's carbon footprint through the supply of electricity from renewable energy resources. Consultations towards lowering the cost of electricity in Grenada began in 2019, but were placed on hold due to the restrictions imposed as a result of COVID-19. Acting Chief Executive Officer Dr. George Matthew emphasized that sustainable electricity means sustainable development. He said the aim is to ensure sustainability, affordability, and to secure electricity for the future.
We are seeking and we want to ensure that the regulations secure our future, right? And a future that we envision, and that's from a policy orientation, and then we have the PURC as the regulating body, basically ensuring that we are in the long term not going to follow the pathway that leads to disorientation, but to follow a green future, right? A green economy in that sense. So basically we want to be free from fuel poverty. So in essence, we want security of electricity supply, and we want to ensure that we are reducing our CO2 emissions, and that's what ties into a nationally determined contribution, or sustainability, the 2035 goals that we have, and the 2030 goals, right? In essence, your sustainable electricity means that you have sustainable development. So if we have an electricity supply that is affordable, secure, sustainable, we know for sure that in the long term, Grenada and Grenadians would benefit a lot, because we're going to have a lot of sustainable development taking place.
Engineer Davril Bowler says Grenada has huge sustainable renewable energy potential, which with investment can reduce the dependence on fossil fuel and lower the cost of electricity.
Geothermal, wind, including offshore, and solar resources. The potential renewable energy capacity is estimated at 120.5 megawatts, including 50 megawatts of geothermal, 50 megawatts of solar, 20 megawatts of wind energy, and 0.5 megawatts of hydro. Therefore, the power sector has the potential to diversify its generation mix through investment and scale up on renewables, and reduce the dependence on imported fossil fuels and lower electricity costs. Now, I know there is a unidimensional thinking when we refer to Grenada and renewables, where a lot of people are eager to jump to solar. But as we can see here, our sun-kissed land of smiles is not just solar. There's a lot of opportunity for other means of renewables.
And with that story, we come to the end of the National Report for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. Now for a recap of the top story. Grenada receives first shipment of 1,000 COVID-19 vaccines. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sharian Noel, thanking you for viewing.
All right, so thank you very much, Sherry Ann, and the rest of the team at the GIS. Now for a look at the weather. We expect tonight's minimum temperature to be just around 24.5 degrees Celsius. Weather partly cloudy and windy with light to moderate showers. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect. And so that is our weather report for tonight. And we want to thank you for joining us. We want to big up a few people on the program. By the way, it is my sister's birthday today and birth night. Lintona, happy birthday to you. I'm not too sure if you're out having fun and taking a little peek into Mikey Live or if you're at home, but happy birthday to you. May God continue to richly bless you. And I hope that you live to see many, many more birthdays to come. All right, happy birthday again to my sister, Lintona Hutchinson. And you guys join me in wishing her a happy birthday as well. And we have to say big up to Charlene and Irma and Cassie and Ezran and Eunice and Avril and Celine, Shemaine. Mom is with us as well. The Suzettes, the Michelles. Hi to you as well. Who else is there on the program with us? And everyone else really. Osric and Rayburn and Michelle. Well, I say hi to the Michelles already. So yes, guys, thank you for joining us, and may God bless you, man. And if you have not yet done so, I would like to encourage you to please go ahead and share the program, giving other people an opportunity to view. All right, don't forget we are also live on YouTube simultaneously when we go live here. All right, and we also are on our website, MikeyLive.com. All right, Osric, Trevelyn, Angel, Marilyn, Pearl, Della, Patty, Rolander, Kireen, and Richard, Natalie, and Gemma. Blessings to you and everyone else. All the big up all the whole status, big up all the whole self and thing now. All right, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. The week going by quickly, I think, because we had a holiday. Maybe that's why. But whoa, the week is going by really quick. I ain't complaining not one bit. You understand? Yeah, so take care, man, and God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. If something is happening in your area that you want to let us know about, feel free now. Yeah, just give us a call and say, hey, Mikey boy, you know, here, so. Yeah, feel free to let us know what's taking place in your area, right? We'll be happy to share it with the world. Okay, what else I have to tell you? I think that is just about it. All right. So yeah, boy, take care of yourself. All right. Yeah. So let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Asha, I see Asha there, and Adonna and Spice Girl. Oh, I missed out some names, boy. And Hazel and Mariel. Alright, Pearl, Shum, Denise. What? I missed out all these names? Big up all yourself, alright? 1. No. Take care. Alright, big up Zealand too, but I guess I'm not Zealand in the program too. So Zealand, big up your status too. Take care.